Vic and I were discussing earlier in the show, Peyton Royce and her Raw Talk appearance on Monday night, and it's got the internet buzzing. I know you tweeted something about that. I know you're a big supporter and fan of Peyton Royce. What advice would you give to her or anybody else kind of struggling to figure out or thinking, well, I'll just wrestle and I'll just be a great wrestler and that's going to take me to the top?
For Peyton, I think she's finding it by just genuinely being herself. Like everything she said on Raw Talk.
My patience has been running thin for quite some time. So stop wasting my time and give me Asuka.
I know is what she feels and what's within her because we talk about it so much. But for me, when I chopped off my hair and changed my attitude, it's because I truly felt that I needed to change my direction in order to get the success that I wanted, and it's worked. So I feel like for Peyton specifically, this anger is only going to help her, and it's going to help her truly find herself. It's going to help her find how she wants to carry herself and how she wants to be perceived by the fans and by the company. And it's just going to shine through, and her work's only going to help that. You know, you have to have the attitude, and she already has her voice. She's already getting so frustrated that it's coming out. So for me, I think it's going to work just being her. She has an awesome look. But for most people, I would say, you know, you hear it a million times, but you have to be yourself turned up to 15 or whatever it is. So it sounds hard to do because we think we're not very interesting. At least I did. I'm like, I'm not an interesting person. The most interesting thing about me is that I love wrestling, but we're all here. I work with all these wrestlers. So what now what, you know? Right. So it's just our personalities that separate us from each other that you just have to, you know, amp up. I love Peyton so much.
Yeah, when I heard her comments on Raw Talk, I heard the person, not the character, you know, getting to know her over the last few years as well. And it's interesting when Graves talked about knowing you for as long as he has. That's interesting to me because you've always been bubbly. You've always had great conversations. You've always been outspoken. So now that we ask you about Peyton Royce, what would you change now knowing what you know if you can go back to FCW and talk to yourself for 9 years ago? Because I think the newer crop of superstars that are in NXT are going to listen to this and they're going to say, wow, they're going to take this as advice from you. So what advice would you give out?
Well, man, NXT is so awesomely different now than it was as far as the women. Cause I would say I had such a struggle with thinking that I needed to, I did. I don't know. It's hard. Thinking that I needed to be so girly and so womanly and try to, you know, dress, you know, a certain way and wear high heels and show up in dresses where, you know, it really just made me uncomfortable. And I think like wearing a dress in promo class made me feel uncomfortable. So I probably looked uncomfortable, which made me way more uncomfortable to even speak because I didn't feel comfortable in my own outfit, you know? So I think I would tell myself like, and AJ Lee actually, after talking to her throughout, you know, I met her within my first 6 months there, her and Dolph were at a show and she helped me so much. You have to be yourself and whatever they want from you and like meet them halfway. So I wish I could just tell myself like, it's okay to be you. They hired you. They didn't hire you thinking like, oh, she'll look great in a dress. She'll look great in high heels. They hired you because of what you had to offer, whatever it is. So I just hope that all the, I know it's better now. And because we've kind of, you know, the door's way open for the women and we love, you know, different variety of women and looks and ethnicities and talents and all that. But I just hope that everybody, if you're first getting signed, that just be yourself because that's the reason you're there.
Like what you hear? Catch full episodes of After the Bell on Spotify. Follow us now and never miss an episode.